a voice you never forget. Udo Dirkschneider's vocals feel like a grinder against steel, raw, heavy, and real. He's not just a part of Accept's legacy. He is a legacy of his own. When Udo left Accept for the second time, no one was sure what would come next. Some thought he'd fade into memory. Instead, he built something new from scratch. That's when U.D.O was born, a band that proved attitude and vision matter more than trends. Today on Rock Needle, we're diving into 5 key U.D.O albums, each one a chapter in the sonic autobiography of a metal icon. Solid, No Limits, Holy, Man and Machine, and a massive retrospect of the legacy. Settle in, it's going to be loud. Solid 1997. This was the restart. The first U.D.O album after Accept, and it hit like a wrecking ball. The name says it all. Solid. No fluff, no polish, just steel and fire. Opening track, Independence Day, is a battle cry. Two-faced woman slaps you in the face with its groove and grit. This wasn't nostalgia. It was Udo planting the flag for a new metal era. Released in 1997 under Gun Records, Solid marked the rebirth of U.D.O after a 4-year hiatus. The album sold over 150,000 copies worldwide, a strong showing for a heavy metal record in the late 90s. It charted in Germany and found a loyal audience in Eastern Europe and Japan. Interesting fact, the track Independence Day became a regular opener at live shows for nearly a decade. Before Solid, no one knew if Udo could step out of Accept's shadow for good. But behind the scenes, something was happening. The decision to reunite with Stefan Kaufmann changed everything. Stefan not only played guitar, he produced the album, shaping its aggressive yet polished tone. Solid wasn't hyped by big media. It grew from word of mouth. Fans shared it. Radio stations in Eastern Europe picked it up, and it slowly became a landmark. Fun fact, the initial pressings sold out in Germany within 2 weeks, a strong signal that U.D.O was back to stay. One year later came No Limits, and it really lives up to the name. Here, U.D.O starts to stretch. Besides the trademark heavy metal, we get surprises, like a cover of Love Machine by The Miracles. Yes, Motown turned into metal. Unexpected? Absolutely. But it works. Tracks like Freelance Man, Raise the Crown, and With a Vengeance hit hard. There's even a sequel, Tough Luck 2, a nod to a track from U.D.O's 1987 debut Animal House. Udo himself later said No Limits was a time of creative freedom, a moment to explore without compromising the core. No rules, no trends, just pure expression. No Limits was released in 1998, again on Gun Records. The album pushed creative boundaries, blending heavy metal with funk and classic rock influences. Though not a major commercial success, it became a cult favorite. Estimated sales, 100,000 copies. Fun trivia, Udo personally chose Love Machine for a cover, a song completely outside metal, just to shock people. With No Limits, U.D.O took one of their boldest creative risks. A cover of Love Machine. Soul turned into steel, confused some die-hard fans, but Udo didn't care. He said in interviews, "If I wanted to be predictable, I'd still be an Accept." The recording sessions were fast and loose. Most songs were tracked in under 3 takes. That raw energy is part of the album's charm. Also, Tough Luck 2 isn't just a sequel in name. It continues the character from Animal House, showing Udo's rare lyrical storytelling across albums. Holy 1999. Holy is the fan favorite for a reason. This is where U.D.O sounds not just heavy, but epic. Title track, Holy. It's a metal anthem, a marching hymn. Raiders of Beyond, shout it out. These are cinematic, powerful, and sharp. If Solid was the comeback, Holy was the statement. This is the album you give to someone to say, this is what German heavy metal sounds like. Released in 1999, again by Gun Records, Holy is widely considered U.D.O's masterpiece. It sold over 250,000 copies and reached the top 30 in Germany. The title track became one of the band's most played live songs. Interesting note, the album's iconic mask was sculpted by a German artist who later worked on Wacken festival props. Holy is often called the album that saved traditional metal in Germany during a time when trends were shifting toward new metal. It became U.D.O's biggest commercial success since the early days of Accept. The tour that followed broke records for the band. Over 100 shows across Europe, Japan, and South America. Fans would show up wearing replica versions of the mask from the cover. It became a true symbol. Also, some guitar parts on Raiders of Beyond were inspired by movie soundtracks. Stefan Kaufmann reportedly listened to the Terminator score during mixing. By 2002, Udo had nothing left to prove, but he still wanted to evolve. Man and Machine marked a shift. Darker, more mechanical, almost dystopian. The production was unusually atmospheric. Sound engineer Manfred Melchior used reverb chambers from defunct East German studios, adding eerie depth to the mix. It wasn't just heavy, it was haunting. The title track plays like an anthem for the future. Man and Machine, fused in steel. Private Eye Channel's spy thriller Paranoia and Hard to Be Honest is one of Udo's most personal moments. Raw, reflective, and real. Here's a twist, Silent Cry. One of the deeper cuts was originally written for a video game soundtrack. It fit the album's tone so perfectly, they added it last minute. With this record, U.D.O stepped into the 2000s not by chasing trends, but by rewriting their own rules.
Against the cyber trash machines.
The Legacy isn't just a compilation. It's a living archive, a sonic autobiography spanning nearly 4 decades. U.D.O personally selected the 33 tracks. Some are hits, some are hidden gems, but all of them mean something. In the liner notes, he reflects on each one. The writing, the pressure, the memories. Remastering the material took over 6 months. Engineers used vintage analog gear to preserve warmth and grit. Some songs were slightly re-edited, not to modernize them, but to enhance clarity. And here's a behind-the-scenes fact. There were talks about including a 3rd disc of live cuts. U.D.O said no. This is about the songs, not the stage. The album was released quietly. No tour, no marketing blitz. Just music, raw, honest, and timeless. For longtime fans, The Legacy is a celebration. For newcomers, it's the perfect way in. Either way, it's U.D.O at full volume.
Don't take me to tomorrow. Don't take me to the future land. Don't take me to tomorrow.
So what ties all of this together? 5 albums, 5 different approaches, but one unwavering spirit. Solid gave us strength. No Limits gave us creativity. Holy gave us grandeur. Man and Machine gave us evolution. The Legacy gave us perspective. U.D.O doesn't follow trends. He follows truth. My personal favorite? Holy, balanced, powerful, timeless. But every album here has something to say. What's yours? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching Rock Needle. Like, subscribe, and hit that bell if you're riding the metal wave with us. More reviews, stories, interviews, and vinyl deep dives are coming soon. And always remember, metal isn't just a genre. It's how you stand your ground in a noisy world. See you in the next episode. Stay heavy.